I'm going to be going over 10 cryptos that you guys picked out. I'm going to do a little bit of technical analysis on them on their day chart. So let's get into it. I'm going to go over Epic Cash, AutoCrypto, AGame, Zilliqa, DigiByte, Polkadot, Polygon Matic, Cardano, Ethereum, and good old Bitcoin. So let's get started. What I'm going to do, I'm going to look at two different charts, one on CoinMarketCap and one on TradingView. And I'm going to look at the past 3 months, just the 3 months. And I'm just going to go over it a little bit and tell you what I see. And I want to thank you for joining me on this Easter 2023. Now let's go. Epic Cash. I go over this one frequently. I started covering it a couple weeks ago. I have a playlist. Here, I'm just going to eyeball its chart real quick to check out volumes and to basically see if it's trending up or trending down. Trend is your friend, and I'm going to do that with all of them. So yes, we are trending up in the last 3 months, and the volumes are also trending up. So today, in the last 24 hours, we're at 12,000, almost 13,000. It was double that yesterday. This kind of fluctuates a bit. And let's just jump over here real quick. And like I said before, it's a low float. I know some of you guys get tired of hearing me say this, but this is more technical. I want to know, when I look for something, whether it's a stock or a crypto, I have to know what its max supply is. I kind of favor the ones with a lower max supply, just because when I started to learn the stock market, I got into day trading and they called it float. So a low float can really take off. So something with a low max supply, if and only if everything else goes along with it. It's a good project and suddenly a lot of people get interested in it and it's rare. So that's why I picked Epic Cash to follow, and their community is pretty cool too. All right, so let's jump over here because I have 10 of these to go through. And because this is the only chart that I could find on Epic Cash on TradingView, it's not quite a fair analysis, so I'm not going to pay too much attention to it. What I did see off the cuff is that it is stacked positive. And you know, I like a stacked positive chart when we start to trend upwards. So we have the 50-day moving average here, the 21 and the 9. There is no 200-day moving average on this chart. Let's go over here to AutoCrypto. Okay, what do I see right out of the gate? Max supply, 100 million. Very, very low volume, almost nothing. So that's glaring to me. I'm not a fan of really low volume, $400. All right, market cap, 2 million. I'm just looking at the 3 months, but I think I'm going to do the all just to see when this thing came out. So it came out in about October 2021, spiked up to 45 cents, pulled in big time. Okay, let's go to 3 months. And what's the price? 2 cents and almost no volume. And it's trending downwards. Okay, let's jump over here. Out of curiosity, what is this? It's on the BNB Smart Chain. Okay. Yeah, it's trending down. I don't like its stacked EMAs. It's stacked in negative. This here. It had a good spike up in January 2023, lasted till February, and then started to come down in. A lot of things, though, however, came back in. But this one here has no volume. I'd be a little cautious with it myself. All right, let's go over here to AGame. Max supply, another one that has a 1 billion. Hey, what did I say this one has? 100 million. Okay. And 1 billion. Got it. Okay. Trading at 4.5 cents. 600,000 in volume in the last 24 hours. BNB Smart Chain again. It has some volume. Definitely has some 24-hour volume. And we're looking at the 3-month chart here. Went up, pulled in, and volumes are going up already. Over here and check it out. Yeah, this is kind of a neat looking chart. Down here, we were at 4.5 cents, 4.5 cents. It was down here at 0.006-ish. Pumped up, pulled in. Interesting. Not stacked positive yet. Volumes are going down. I don't know. Looks like it wants to turn around though. All right. Zilliqa. I heard of this one. Never really looked into it. Max supply, 21 billion. Has some volume, 22 million in volume in the past 24 hours. BNB Smart Chain, trading at 2 cents, almost 3 cents. All right, let's look at its chart. Had more volume over here compared to now, so I was kind of surprised. I would have liked to see a bit more volume now. Here's its day chart. Really good volume in January, as did a lot of things, pumped up, pulled in. We're getting close to being stack positive on this one. That's good. That's a good sign. We're not there yet, but we're getting close. DigiByte, good old DigiByte. I do hold some DigiByte, as you guys know. Trading at almost a penny. Almost, just under. Max supply is 21 billion. Trading volume past 24 hours, we're at 2 million. Almost 3 million. Okay, that's good, that's good. It's mineable, it's its own blockchain, we know. Okay, so 3 months. DigiByte's volume could be better. It could be better. I'm kind of surprised it's not better. But of course, I'm going to see it that way because I hold it too. But I would like to see DigiByte with more volume. More people need to know about it probably, but it's been around for a long time. And yeah, it pulled in. It went up in March, like a lot of things, pulled in, going sideways. It's been roughly a penny for quite some time. And yeah, so that's looking pretty good there. Just kind of going sideways. A DigiByte needs more volume, but I can't just make volume happen. I wish I could. Okay, how are those averages here? So our moving averages were stacked negative. So I want to see this red line here, the 9-day up here. So 9, 21, 50, and 200. We have the 50 here and the 200 here. 200 is in the right place, but that's the only one in the right place. We need more upswing, a little more time, and then this thing will be looking a lot better. All right, Polkadot, Polkadot, and we have 1.3 billion total supply. Doesn't say that it has a max supply, but 24-hour volume's pretty good. Trading at $6. All right, I haven't looked at DOT in a long time. Had some good volume a few months ago and tapered off a little bit. I'm surprised. I'm thinking like things should have a lot more volume right now, given where Bitcoin is. It is what it is. All right, nothing is glaring on this chart. Nothing's glaring. Kind of good in a way. Oh, but we can see its volume's better here. First of all, I want to check its averages. Get into this right here, and our 200s there, or 50. Yeah, this is a lot similar to DigiByte's. We're not stacked positive yet on our EMAs, but we're getting there. I know it's kind of boring to watch me maybe look at charts, but if you get good at looking at charts and paying attention to headlines and remembering that the trend is your friend, you could become a good trader. A whole bunch of other things too involved in it. I'm not saying I'm a good trader. I'm far from being great, but I do love charts. I just want to tell you what I see. Kind of suspecting we may have hit our famous bottom and we're starting to come up, but the wild card is going to be the SEC, and if they decide to call everything a security except for Bitcoin, and even if they did that, and then what? How do the other cryptos, blockchains maneuver and work with that if that happens? And that's the only thing that kind of makes me nervous, and I suspect it makes other traders nervous too. But what can we do? This is the game we play. Everything just seems to be kind of going sideways right now. Every chart that I've seen kind of going sideways, volumes coming in. And we're waiting to see whether we break to the up or the down, I think. That's the feeling that I'm getting right now. All right. Polygon Matic. Now, again, the same thing. Very similar. All right. We have max supply of 10 billion. Pretty good volume, 159 million in volume. Polygon Matic is trading at $1.09. Yeah, typical up in March and coming down. Volume's going down too. All right. The chart, again, stacked negatively. Waiting on it to be positive. Volume's a little down in red. You know, it seems to be just trending with Bitcoin. Although, if I remember right, yesterday their weekly chart was stacked positive. Yes, on their weekly it's stacked positive, which is good, which is actually great. The red, the green, the blue, and the gold or the yellow. So it'd be 200, 50, 21, and 9. So the lowest number being on the top, highest on the bottom. That's their weekly chart. Now, Cardano. Good old Cardano. Max supply, 45 billion. And they did 200 million in volume in 24 hours. Okay, at 38 cents. Volumes are pretty good. They didn't go down too much compared to some of the other ones that we just went over. So that's good. That shows interest for sure. Nothing glaring there. So what do you see here on Cardano's day chart? The EMAs are stacked positive. Yeah, positive for good old Cardano. Okay, good. Good to see. And Lots of green volume lately. Trying to break through this 42-cent line. I'll call it a bit of a resistance. This isn't the way you would draw in a resistance line, but I'm just looking back past a couple of months. So it wants to break through that 42. Will it? Seeing how it has positive EMAs, I'm thinking it could. It could, because it's more stronger to the up. Everything's looking better. Okay, well, let's just see. Let's see what happens in the next few weeks. Ethereum. Okay, total supply 120 million. Doesn't say it has a max supply. And yeah, crazy volume. Of course, it's Ethereum. 5.7 billion, almost $5.8 billion in volume. Past 24 hours, trading at $1,834. Yeah, you see, Ethereum's price has been creeping up really good. Yeah, we haven't seen this much in other charts right here where we're going higher last month or so. There's cryptos changing hands, and that's what's probably behind that. Nice chart. Very nice chart. Okay, what do I see here? We're stair stepping up. A little bit here, a little bit here. I've done this with Bitcoin too. Trend is your friend. Ethereum is uptrending. That's good for the crypto market as a whole because Ethereum is kind of like one of the backbones of it. What else do we see? Stacked positive. Our moving averages are stacked positive. Good. Not a surprise there. How about good old volumes? March we went up. We have a few red days going on. And we're getting a little bit below the 9-day moving average. I'd like to see that get back up here. I'm going to try to break through the $2,030 line. Why not? I'll just kind of predict that. So we're trying to hit, at least tap the $2,033 mark. If we can stay above the 9-day moving average and get a nice push up this week or next week after that. All right. Looking good, but this is what a good chart looks like. I made a mess on it. Positive, stacked, moving averages. They're stepping up. The trend is your friend. We're going up, going up. Volumes. I'd like to see volumes going up, and that's what's kind of weak right now, and that's why we're pulling in a little bit. We don't have our volumes, and they're selling volumes, more sellers than buyers. But that's just how things happen when you stair step up. Going to take some pullbacks with some pushes up. That's where we are. So I guess it's just a question of what's next. What's next? Good looking chart though. And Bitcoin, 21 million in max supply. Crazy volumes, of course. Almost 10 billion in the last 24 hours. Trading at $27,888. Good old Bitcoin. Yeah, and look at his chart. Up. Friend's your friend. Volume is a little bit down, probably similar to Ethereum's. Yeah, similar to Ethereum's. Again, what do we see? Friend's your friend. Stair stepping up. Our way up for Bitcoin. And we keep it up. Nice, stacked, positive. Moving averages too. Not by accident. This is why doing something like this today, showing you 10 different charts, showing you things that are not stacked positive, even though Bitcoin's going up, but maybe they will be stacked positive in a week, 2 weeks, depending. I find this stuff fascinating. I love charts. It's been like a year since we could look at something like this. It's been downtrending, or like the reverse of this, stair stepping down. Moving averages, negative. Here we go. Bitcoin is looking good. And then when we look at the headlines for Bitcoin, is like there are some people who only want Bitcoin as a commodity and everything else be called a security. And the SEC is trying to get everything labeled as a security unless you can prove otherwise. I don't know what'll happen there. So there is a lot of things that we have to pay attention in the headlines to see where we go. But good old Bitcoin's looking good. Ethereum's looking good. Cardano's looking good. The other ones are trying to pull themselves up. The stuff that I saw, yeah, just off the cuff there. So we'll see what happens. And as you know, if you remember, if you've been in this game for a while, I haven't been into crypto for very long. 2 years I started to learn about it. But 3-4 years before that, I learned how to trade stock. I was into day trading. Oh my God, what a ride that was. And then I got into more swing trading, learned a bit about options, and I got into crypto, and I love it all. I'm not a fan of options. I find it a little complicated, but I like crypto. I like the stock market, and I'm going to have a video out this week coming up talking about Bitcoin related stocks and ETFs. I'm actually going to be buying something relatively soon, so I'm going to be doing my homework, and I figured, well, I might just well make a video and pull up a bunch of stocks that hold Bitcoin on its balance sheet, whether they're stocks or ETFs. And also I'm looking for something that could really moon. And so I'm going to be looking for a stock that has a low float or a low max supply, something that looks like it's going to stay in business. That could be the harder part, because it's been a rough year for a lot of these companies who hold Bitcoin on the balance sheet. Their Bitcoins went down in value, so the companies look worse than they really are. So I got to be aware of that. And I'm trying to find stuff that's definitely under $10, under $5, things like that. I am into some Bitcoin plays. Well, one which trades at about, I think, 23 cents US. And that thing, I think its all-time high was, I think it was close to $4. So I do hold that one. I may take a larger position into that at some point, but we're not talking huge. When I throw money into the stock market, it's like $100, $200, stuff like that. It's really, I don't have big positions, but so that's what I'm going to be doing a video on. I'm going to be comparing each chart, looking for something. And then on my own, I'll probably look more into their balance sheets and stuff like that. Their balance sheets, because I don't want to know if they're about to crash or if they look like they're going to survive, say, the next year. I think it would be a play that could take a year to go up, because it's a bet on Bitcoin, basically. If I could run out and buy, 10 Bitcoins, I would. I can't. I don't have that kind of money. But I could get into a stock that could move with the price of Bitcoin and 10x, 20x, who knows, maybe in 100x. It could happen. It's crazy. It's crazy like that. So if you have a small amount of money, $500, and suddenly it goes 20x, and you're able to get out because there's liquidity, that's a kind of a interesting play on Bitcoin, when maybe Bitcoin only 3x or 4x. So that's what I'm looking for there this week. Before I did this video this morning, I was going over who holds the most Bitcoins, what publicly traded companies holds the most Bitcoins, and it's MicroStrategy. But it's not just MicroStrategy. There's a bunch of other companies that do, and they are traded on the stock market. So I'm going to make a short list of those stocks and do a video. I'm thinking Tuesday or Wednesday, not tomorrow, because it's too close to, I think Monday could be kind of interesting in the stock market, so I don't want to do a video tomorrow about it. I'll let the dust settle and go maybe Tuesday and Wednesday on that and tell you guys what I found out. So, but don't follow me into trades, because, I could be wrong too. This has been a rough year for a lot of us in crypto. And if it's a bottom, or we bottomed out and Bitcoin can turn around, I want to definitely try to capitalize on that, even if it's a small position. Let's face it, it might make up for some of the losses that I've had on some cryptocurrencies that it seems like the projects are just forgotten about. I don't know. No, this is financial advice, guys. If you could hit that like, it would help out my channel. And I want to thank you for watching on this Easter Sunday. I definitely appreciate it. And go out and enjoy the rest of your day. Bye-bye.